Hey everybody, welcome back to our channel and welcome back to another video. So today is June the 2nd and we're going to be getting ready, or we have started our June freezer challenge. So if you join my channel, if you're just joining my channel, thank you for joining us. My name is Shakima. Hey y'all, how y'all doing? I'm just getting home from church. It's 1:17, and so on my list today to cook is sweet and sticky chicken. So I do have that out. I took that out before I left for church. And what I'm doing now is I'm just preparing the pans. I've got my oven on. And I'm going to do this on two separate pans so that the chicken doesn't get too close together and boil instead of bake. Because we're doing baked chicken. Well, we're going to fry it in the oven according to the Craveable Keto recipe. If you're looking online, she's peace, love, and low carb. And I think this chicken recipe is online. It is for her garlic parmesan wings, but we're going to use the sweet and sticky chicken sauce that I have printed out, and I'll share that part. So what I'm doing now is I'm getting my pans ready so that I can put these in the oven. I have a friend coming over about 2:30. She eats with us every week, so she's making her way over. But what else I did was I took out 2 things of ground meat. And I'm going to go ahead and get that ground meat all mixed up, cooked, because Tuesday is Taco Tuesday, and I want to do some taco something. But tomorrow night is Monday night, and I think I'm going to do deconstructed stuffed peppers. So I want to go ahead and get it all prepped, so then that way I am ahead for Monday and Tuesday night. Today is a meal prep day for me anyway, so I may as well go ahead and prep a couple things. So I'm using 3 things specifically out of my freezer. I'm using the chicken wings that I had in there, and I'm also using 2 packs of ground beef. Even though Monday night is a pork night, I'm just switching it. I'm going to do the deconstructed stuffed peppers tomorrow, and then I'm going to do some type of a taco or chili on Tuesday night in the crock pot. So that's what I'm getting ready to do. Just thought you guys might want to come along with us as we get stuff working, because we are moving along in this pantry challenge. I'm going to take you out to my freezer and show you how I'm going to bring things into this freezer right here for the week. Okay, so I have my chicken wings in this bowl, and I'm going to pat them dry because the recipe calls for the chicken to be dry. I'm also going to pull out my seasonings. I'm going to do salt, pepper, garlic powder, chili powder we like. I'm going to do some parsley. I think that's all I'm going to use, some black pepper. So I'm actually going to put it out on just this one tray so I can make sure that I get it all dried off, because we're going to have to dust these in some baking powder. So I just want to make sure that I get them as dry as they can possibly be, so that again they get nice and crispy in the oven. I have my oven on 425 degrees. These will go in for about 50 minutes. So I'm just getting them all patted dry. And this is just according to the directions. And again, if you're looking for this online, her website is Peace, Love, and Low Carb. So she does have this recipe online. So I've got another paper towel, and we're just drying this stuff off. Drying the chicken. So I'm just gonna season this chicken up. And you can season your chicken however you like it. So I say season to taste. Whatever you like or don't like, put on it or don't put on it. We do like a nice seasoned chicken. Although we are going to put a sauce on this, it's going to be a sweet sauce. So I do want to make sure I have enough salt coming through. It's about 2.5 pounds of chicken. So again, season to your taste, however it makes, whatever you like. I'm going to grab out a freezer bag. In this freezer bag, I'm going to put in 2 tablespoons of baking powder, and then I'm going to drop the chicken in here so I can coat it. All right, so I have 2 packages. This is organic ground beef And I got this. This is 8515 lean. And I got this at Food Line on a manager's smart gown. Now, I would have liked for a little, probably a 7327, but this is what I have. So I'm going to use this. I have my frying pan on. I'm going to put both packages in here. And then I'm going to separate this into 2 meals. So one of the things about the freezer challenge is making sure we have meals every night. One thing I know about my household, if I don't have cooked meals ahead, then we're just going to try to scramble for anything, and I don't like that. I like to have meals prepped and ready so that we can eat hearty and wholesome meals. I know a lot of people struggle and end up eating out and that type of thing, and there's nothing wrong with that. If it fits into your family budget and you can, then you do it. The one thing I know for me, when I started losing weight, I had to stop eating out. I just could not. I could not continue to go out and eat because I didn't lose weight that way. You know, I just had to do what works for me, and I always tell people, you have to do what works for your family. If cooking for you doesn't work. Now, I'm not a freezer cooking person. Like, I see a lot of the large families, they will go ahead and do freezer meals. I'm not a freezer meal person because I enjoy cooking. I like to cook, and it brings me much enjoyment. I like to grocery shop. That brings me much enjoyment as well. So, this works for me. And so I'm going to go ahead and get these 2 packages of ground beef mixed up. I'm going to let them, put them in a bowl and let them cool. And then also, while this is working, I'm going to go ahead and get my peppers cut. And then we'll also put those in a bag and prepped and ready for this week as well.
Thank you.
And what's it on the, see how these are going? So we need to use this.
Where are they going? Daddy.
In the garage, do we have, did it say two things of bag peppers? Okay, so now I have my peppers all chopped. They're in a bag. If I wanted to, I could go ahead and throw all the ingredients that would go into the deconstructed stuffed peppers into this. So because I'm not going to do that, or my meat is still cooking, so I'm gonna let that chill down. I'm just gonna sit this in the fridge until the meat is cool. Then I'll throw half of this in the meat in here, and then leave it in the fridge, or I may even just go ahead and put it in the crock pot for cooking for tomorrow. Let me take you to a view of my monthly calendar, and then we're gonna see what things we need out of the garage freezer. Okay, you guys, so I have my chicken. It has baked for 25 minutes. I'm looking for my tongue. Oh, well, that's okay. Alana said she put it in the dishwasher. So it's baked for 25 minutes. So what I'm going to do now is turn these, hot. I'm going to turn these over because I want the other side to bake and for the other side to get just as crispy. So this is one way if you don't want to get a lot, you know, cook in a lot of oil or grease or butter, even though on keto I need the fat content. But I'm still choosing to do this in the oven, and it makes really good chicken actually. I did spray my foil so that the chicken would not stick, which is a problem sometimes. And so I'm just actually flipping these over, and I think I'm only gonna cook them for another, because I have my oven up pretty high, and that one stuck. I think I'm just gonna cook them for another 15 minutes. They've already gone for 25 minutes. And it's sticking, so I do want to make sure it's done, but I don't want it to stick because I don't want the skin to all peel off on the foil. So I actually am going to cook these for another 15 minutes. And if you're fortunate enough, you can peel that, you can actually work that skin off. If it sticks to your pan or your foil, you can work it so that you can try to get it off. Because the skin, of course, is the best part of the chicken, right? So I flipped it over. I'm going to put it back into the oven for another 15 minutes. I'm going to put it on the top rack this time so that it can definitely make sure that the inside of the chicken is cooked. It's white on the inside when I look in, but I definitely want to make sure that it's nice and crispy. We're going to get started on the sauce in just a little while. So I'll put my timer on for 15. And let me show you this. So I had a company reach out to me, Keto Perfect or Perfect Keto, and asked me if I wanted to try some of their products. And I said, absolutely, I would love to try their products. Hashtag not sponsored. They just sent me a couple things, and I'm actually going to update you in my Keto Wellness Wednesday video. So you'll see some of the products there, but I wanted to show you this. This is cool tumbler that they sent me. And so I was, you know, this week had done real well with coffee, and I know I'm supposed to be doing tea, but I need coffee right now. So I did real well with coffee, and cold brew was one of the coffees that I was able to get, the little cold brew pods. And so in order to make cold brew, what you would do is just take that pod, pour it over ice, and then fill it up with water. But I had some old coffee from yesterday that I didn't use. I put it in the fridge, let it chill. So I put some ice cubes in here. I put a pack of sent me some mocha collagen, something like that. So I dumped one of those in. I put some heavy whipping cream. I put some mint sweet leaf drops. So I'm trying to see if I could do a mocha mint coffee, cold brew. And it has this little thing at the bottom, kind of like those little stones you put in a mason jar to make it, you know, frothy and freeze up. So it's a little thing in the bottom. So I'm just seeing how this will come out. But I like this little tumbler. It goes up to 24 ounces. So if I did 3 of these at least a day, I would have over 64 ounces of water. So I was thinking about using this for water, but for right now I'm going to try this cold brew coffee and see how I like it. Okay, you guys, so here is my monthly meal plan that I'm working with, or trying to work with, as far as working on this freezer challenge. So what I have here is, for the second, we're doing the sweet and sticky chicken. The chicken is in the oven, and we have that already working. I've already decided for Tuesday we're going to do the easy chili. So I'm going to take taco soup off. We're just going to go ahead and do the easy chili. And that is in the Southern Keto Cookbook. So we'll do easy chili. Now for Monday night, we're going to do deconstructed stuffed peppers. And something sounded really good to me. I actually want to do some Philly cheesesteak bowls. So I'm going to move this to Thursday. I'm going to do Philly cheesesteak bowls. And the reason I'm going to do it on Thursday is because Wednesday is my grocery shop. So I'm going to put groceries. And I'm going to get, I know I need onions. I know I'm going to need lettuce and those types of things, which I don't have fresh. And if I'm going to buy lettuce, I want to go ahead and use it up. So the reason why I'm doing deconstructed stuffed peppers is actually when I went to the grocery shop my last week, which was last Wednesday. So that's Thursday, 1, 2, 3, 4. That's a 5th day for peppers that I bought. They were already starting to turn. So I wanted to make sure that I use up my fresh produce. So one of the ways to cut down on food waste is to use the food. So if I buy anything fresh, I need to make sure that I'm using it up within the first 2 to 3 days, so that I'm not having food waste in my fridge. And that's a thing that I have to be conscious of. So because I want to do Philly cheesesteak bowls, I'm actually going to have to take, this is going to be a roast. I'm going to do a roast, and I'll do that in the crock pot. And then what's left, I will use the meat, and we'll have Philly cheesesteak pizza, because Friday is our pizza night. And then for Saturday, which is going to be another beef night, I'm not real sure just yet what I plan to cook. So let me see what I have on my list of things that I could cook. We could do, I think we will do the cheeseburger soup, because we have not had that in a while. We'll do cheeseburger soup, and we will have cornbread. So that's what I'm going to do. And so this is how my plan is starting to come together. Every week, I've got a Wednesday meal, which is a chicken dish. I'm not real sure. We'll probably just do a whole roasted chicken. And then anything I have left over from the roasted chicken, I'm going to freeze and pop it here, which is the next Tuesday night. And then what we'll do is we'll do a white chicken chili. And then, so I know I'm doing a chicken on Wednesday. I won't use it again till the next Tuesday, but I'm going to freeze the leftovers. So I'm going to make myself a note to freeze the leftovers. And so that will help me to be prepared for this week and then thinking about next week. So let's go and see what I have in the freezer as far as these meals are concerned, and we'll pull out anything we need from the freezer and have everything into our in-house freezer for the rest of the week. Okay, you guys, so I'm gonna finish up this sticky chicken sauce. The chicken is out of the oven, so what I'm gonna do is go ahead and just move everything to one pan. So I've got 2 pans here. The reason I put it on 2 pans is because I didn't want to crowd the chicken. Sometimes when you're doing an oven fried chicken and you crowd your pan, it does not get crispy. But I want to show you this. You can see that that's crispy chicken, and that actually was fried in the oven. The baking powder makes it crispy, also makes it light. I only did it for 40 minutes. The recipe calls for 50 minutes, but my oven was pretty, you know, it was on 425. Your oven might be different, so you'll have to look when it's to your doneness consistency or crispiness, because I do want to have a crispy chicken. Because we are going to put this in a sauce. And then I can pull off some of the skin that was left on the pan, and then have Alana try it. And you can hear her do the crunchy thing. Like you can hear the crunch. And then using foil, easy cleanup. So that's done. So I'm already prepped out pretty much. My 2 pounds of ground beef is done. It's just cooling now. That's all done. All right, on to the sauce. I printed this out from dietdoctor.com. That's where I got this recipe from, dietdoctor.com. For the sauce, I'm gonna need 3/4 cups coconut aminos, and I'm just gonna put that into my fry pan. I'm actually using the same fry pan I used to do the pork in, the beef. Just took the beef out and swapped out. To this pan, I'm going to add in 1/4 cup onion powder. I'm going to do a 1/4 teaspoon, sorry, a 1/4 teaspoon onion powder, 1/4 teaspoon of the garlic powder. I'm going to do a 1/4 teaspoon of ground ginger. And then just for a little tiny bit of heat, I'm going to do a 1/4 teaspoon of cayenne. It calls for red pepper flakes, but we don't have red pepper flakes. So I'll probably do 1/8 of a teaspoon. I don't want it to be really hot. And then I'm just going to hit it with a tiny little bit of salt. And then I'm just going to stir. And so we just want this to be at a gentle simmer. All right, y'all, so I have, this is reducing. So you can tell that it has reduced some. So I cut my heat way, way back. And now what I'm going to do to keep it from, because we don't want it to burn. So I'm going to move it off while I get my chicken pieces into the sauce. And it's a sweet and a sticky chicken.
You put the green beans
into
the butter is melted and then
doesn't matter. Doesn't matter either way.
Okay.
I'd go ahead and get all the stuff in and then get the green beans in.
Okay.
And again, with your cleanup, that's done. And now what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna take this spoon and just start moving this sauce around to coat and cover the chicken, right? My heat is off. I'm turning it off. I'm leaving it off because it's already cooked. Everything is cooked through, but I do want to make sure that everything is nicely coated. So I'm going to just move this around. I am leaving it on this burner, but I'm going to move that sauce around. And please be sure not to burn the sauce because it is a brown sauce. It's a coconut amino. If you wanted to, you could add in some butter Or you could even probably add in a little bit of heavy cream to make it a lighter brown sauce, and it would still be yum and delish. Now this is a lunch meal for us, which of course our heaviest meal of the day is lunch on a Sunday. And so that's what your sticky, sweet and sticky chicken looks like. The coconut aminos will make it sweet, but remember I added in a tiny bit of brown sugar. And to this we're doing a coconut amino green bean. So it's the same ingredients. We just added in a whole stick of butter, half a cup of the Truvia brown sugar, half a cup of the coconut aminos, and we're just gonna let that simmer together. And then that is it. The green beans will be done. Let's do a third can of green beans. Let's do a third can.
Oh, third can.
Yeah. Because we have a lot of sauce, so we want to make sure that we do. So I'm not doing a pantry challenge because I have very little in my pantry. But what I can do now is I've used 3 cans of green beans. So as you start using stuff off of your list, go ahead and mark off the things that you've used. And then that way you'll know what you have left and what you're working with or what you need to replenish on your next shop trip. Okay, you guys, so this is my deconstructed stuffed peppers. My meat is cooled down enough, so I went ahead and tossed that in. And then this is for my easy chili. I just put that in here. It's all cool. We're going to throw this one in the freezer, this one in the fridge, because we're doing that one tomorrow night. Okay, you guys, so before I wrap up this video, I wanted to share something with you that I actually saw a video from Shelly over at Shelly's Home Life, and she shared this, and it was in regards to her meal planner. And she said, you know, she was close to the end of her meal planner, but she wanted to get all of the good use out of it that she could. And I thought that was a good thought process because I'm close to the end of my meal planner. I have June, I think June and July, maybe. Okay, June, July, and August. So by the end of the summer, I will be done with this planner. So I will be looking to order a new planner in August. However, I didn't really use the monthly pages, and that's what she was saying. She had not really used her monthly pages. So what I want to do is go back and look to see what monthly pages I have not used. And I can always erase this or wipe that out. And I want to go back and use any of the monthly pages and any of the grocery lists or the weekly, you know, menus that I didn't use. I'm going to pull out all of those pages, and then I'm going to put them in a separate binder. After I get to the end of this, I will pull it out and put it in a separate household binder and use it until I have used it up. So I can change all these dates, write those out, no problem. Or just definitely use the ones that I haven't used that are all free spaces. And then what I'm going to do is, even if I don't monthly meal plan, I am then still going to write in what we eat. That way I'll be able to have 12 months worth of meals that I can go back and pull from if I need to. So that was a good idea to me, to utilize all of the pages until we utilize them all. And I don't want to leave anything blank in here. And it also give me a little bit more time before I have to buy a new planner. So this is all pencil. I can go in and erase any of that if I need to. I didn't use this month at all. So there's some in here that I can pull out. There's some of the weeks, you know, where I was really serious about the meal plans, and some weeks that I didn't get to it at all. Now, will I, you know, I don't know how many extra months this will get me. I can wipe that out with no problem. But at least I will have utilized the whole binder and not left any pages out. Also, she was talking about in her gathering sections, there were still some grocery lists, and I do have some grocery lists here that I can utilize. So I'm going to pull these out as well and use those grocery lists really until I have used up this whole entire book. And so I'm probably looking at about September before I have to order again, which that just saves me, you know, and then I can just be prepared for September. So anywho, I just wanted to share that little tidbit with you guys before I finish off this video. I do hope that this challenge is helpful for you. So far we have used a couple things out of our inventory list, and I'm going to go back and update my inventory list, and when I come to you in the next video, I'll share with you how I am checking my inventory and making sure that it is an accurate count for the week. So anywho, thank you guys so much for stopping by our channel. Thank you so much for participating in the challenge. If you are, let me know how you're doing. We're just day 2 in, and of course we're doing our very best to get everything done and make sure that we are staying the course. I know it can be tough at times, but this is going to benefit our families, and I'm thankful to have you along on this journey with me. So again, thank you so much for stopping by. If you like this video, thumb it up. Don't forget to subscribe it out. And if you would be so kind, if you feel like these videos are helpful, would you mind sharing our video? Share it to any of your major social media platforms where you think it would help someone, especially single moms, single parents out here trying to do the very best they can for their families. Their kids are going to be home for the summer. Just sharing some ideas. It does help our channel to grow, and we're just thankful so much for anything that you are able to do for us. So we will see you guys in the next video. Bye now.